Yo. Yo. What's good, nigga? Yeah, what's good, boy? Yo, where you at, man? What do you mean where I'm at? I'm at the bench, son. You taking forever, B? Oh, you over at the bench? Copy, I'm about to pull up. I pull up, I'm here. Oh, where you at? All right, copy. I told you I was coming, but what's up, though? What's that, man? Good, bro? Oh! I've been waiting for a nigga. I'm right here. What's up?
Damn, bro. You sneaky bastard. Jewel talk. It's Jewel talk.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Jewel Talk.
Jewel talk.
Jewel Talk.
Jewel talk.
Jewel Talk.
Jewel talk. Spend number jewels, you heard?
I be your host, Mac More Money.
Now finesse Leo.
That's a fact, man. Welcome back, y'all.
Yo, we got another episode, man. We back, you know what I'm saying? We on our video shit, our YouTube shit.
Full effect.
Full effect, you know what I'm saying? We got some hot shit coming for y'all, for real, for real. The YouTube intro is crazy. Like, we just posted a YouTube video up, like what?
Check that episode 13.
Episode 13.
The past episode with our boy Juwan.
Yeah, fact. Shout out to J100, Juwan, you know what I'm saying?
Check out his photography.
What episode you at right now?
We're on episode 30.
Okay.
Episode 30. So, just to introduce, we want to introduce L, you know what I'm saying? This is our bro, like, I met him through Maceo. Maceo, that's Maceo's friend first and everything. So,
You know,
so how did y'all meet? How did you and L meet?
I actually wanted to ask you this before. That was actually something I wanted to ask. Like, I remember the first time I actually met you, you was like, you said something, yo, don't be telling me about this, all that. Because it was like, I think it was something about brakes or something like that.
Yeah. I think we the first time we met, we was like, I think we was working or some shit.
Yeah.
And like, you was like, you was new to the shit. People, well, you know, they try to tell you shit because you just fresh there or whatever. I'm telling you, like, man, don't you let these niggas tell you whatever the fuck.
Nice.
Niggas gotta actually go to the bathroom. No.
Let's go, nigga.
Now I hate when niggas do that. I hate when managers do that shit.
That's some work shit, word.
So, just to make it clear, they work together. That's how y'all met, right? From working with each other.
Amaru L on Instagram, Amaru Bay on Facebook, you know what I mean? Get the Controlled Substance mixtapes on all digital platforms, all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, you know, go check that, Controlled Substance.
Definitely, man.
He's plugged that, bro.
So you're a music artist, as you can see by the plug.
Come on, man.
Just plugged it right there in there. You know what I'm saying? So, how did you get into music so far? What made you want to get into it?
I feel like, you know what it is? Y'all grew up around in hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So the umbrella y'all still in hip hop, but the umbrella you fell under is podcasting. Hip hop pod, or like, you know what I mean, talking about. So it's like y'all covering the same thing and we all under the same umbrella. I was under the same thing. I just fell into the rapping category of it. Like the artistic, you know what I mean? It's all art. So
what was your influences?
Yeah.
Like what was you fucking with growing up? Like who was like you bumping heavy that influenced you a lot every day?
yeah, like I never had a favorite rapper, but like, you know, Jay, Pac, come on, man. Wasn't really a Nas fan.
Really? Wow.
I told you that before too. I'm like, yo, I think I told you, you was there, but I told you.
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing this. Is the first time hearing this.
Yeah, wasn't really a Nas fan.
Wow, why? Nigga, he's a god, nigga.
Nas, yeah. I fuck with a lot of Nas music, but it's like when it comes to being like a,
I feel you.
yeah, I gotta connect with the music. It's like something like, you know what I mean? If I don't connect with that shit, it's like, so.
Really? Okay.
Never really been a Nas fan.
You heard Casanova's new song, Jail Call? That song was hard. That song was hard.
I'm not really a Casanova.
Nah, I mean that's what I'm saying too. I tell make sure.
And like I said,
fuck with a couple
it's crazy because what I tell you, you know, I can relate to Casanova.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Our conversation.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, for me not even fuck with it says nothing about him. It's the music.
It's the music.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know one thing is like, he like. Not trying to take away credit from what he's done, because he definitely grew as an artist from what, compared to how he came on with some, like, he still be on his jail shit, but he came on that wow,
He's switching up slow songs.
Yeah, he making that, some dancehall songs.
That shows you, like you said, he's mad versatile, so I can never take that away, but I just, some of his music I just don't connect with.
Nah, that's a fact. So, I hear you. So like, what age did you like first like started writing rap and stuff like that? When did you actually officially start rapping?
Shit, I probably wrote my first rap when I was like 9 years old. I was young as like just writing raps in the crib, just you know what I mean, doing what I do.
Okay, so like what was your first rap name? That's a good question.
yeah.
That's your first rap name.
I don't think nobody remembers that. Like, especially if you start rapping as young as I did, you don't remember your first rap name. Like,
Nigga, everybody gotta remember their first rap name. Come on,
Saying the rhyme book and everything.
you tell me you don't remember at least one of your earliest names.
I don't. I ain't gonna hold you.
You don't?
I wish I did.
Oh, okay.
Shit, what kind of changes you see in your music now? From back then?
As far as when I was younger?
Like lyrical?
Nah. See, I always rap the same. There's not really like a lot of changes that I have in my raps. It's like if you were like a rapper and you were making music, like I mean, you would see over the time you probably could change things if you wanted to, but like a lot of times I don't know. It's like you talk about the same shit, man.
Like, what type of things? What type of things are you talking about? Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to your project yet. I haven't listened to it.
You gotta listen to the mixtape. Certain people will perceive certain things I'm saying differently. Like you'll perceive it a certain way based off, I guess, how you feeling or what you going through. Somebody else will perceive it a different way. Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta listen to it. Like you gotta tune in.
I check.
He's like, yo, that shit don't even sound like you.
Nah, cause you couldn't even completely recognize his voice.
Yeah,
because the way he talks
too, it's like it sound different.
The way that he talks and then the way he raps, two completely different tones of voice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel that because that's a lot of my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel like a lot of music artists do that because you gotta find your voice because. Like some niggas, like some people don't like their regular talking voice when they rap, so they like try to tweak their shit a little bit, like be real, like you know, be real and shit like that. Like he don't talk. If you see him in interviews, he talks mad regular, but when he rap, like that. So be real from Cypress Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know that.
Yeah. Come on, nigga. Oh man.
Come on, man.
See, come on. How you a '90s nigga and then you don't know Cypress Hill?
Actually, people would label me an '80s baby. I was born in '87.
You was born in '87? Oh, okay.
So I'm technically a '90s baby, but
you are a '90s baby, nigga. The '90s rate. You was just born in the '80s.
I was like 3 years old,
nigga.
in the '90s. So.
That's a fact.
No, tell us about your album, Controlled Substance. You know what I'm saying? Meaning behind it, some songs that actually spoke to you that you actually.
Why you and I mean, I can understand why. I get why you call it uncontrolled substance because your shit is dope.
That's controlled substance.
Controlled substance. Oh. I thought it was uncontrolled.
No, it's controlled substance.
Controlled substance. All right, there's a whole different story because I thought it was called uncontrolled substance. Yeah,
that's a substance that's controlled.
Yeah, okay.
Be like, you know what I mean? Like you talking about drugs, like you talking about any kind of controlled substance. Like, you know what I mean? Like if to put things into a sense, like if a person was out of control, like, you know what I mean? He can be uncontrollable or controlled at any point, like, you know what I mean? So just put it in different ways, but for the most part, you know, we're talking about drugs. Controlled substances.
Flat out, straight direct.
So what was your favorite song? Out of all that, like you was like, nah, they gotta hear this one. This shit is
probably in the mix, number 6.
You said what?
Number 6 in the mix.
Okay. This I like the favorite song I want was This Ain't Pretend.
Yeah, we did the video for This Ain't Pretend.
And then what's that song with the girl singing on it with the chorus?
Shadows.
Shadows, yeah. That's that song. That shit was
What is Shadows about? I like that.
That's different. Yeah, that's different. That's a different song. See, that's why. What we doing? What we gonna pull that up?
Oh shit, we pull up. All right.
Like, let them hear something.
Man, I gotta hear something. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay in my head right now. I'm feeling kind of fucked up. Just because I didn't listen to the tape yet.
Check it out. I'll pull it up for you. And we'll skim through it. We ain't even gotta. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Just a sample.
We still potted.
Just a little bit.
You know what I mean?
We still potted.
We just a little. Just in the mix. Number 7, sorry.
Alright, I hear what you say. He don't sound like himself right
That's not new right there.
That's not new? Oh,
come on, that's that.
Yeah, the flow goes hard, that's what I'm saying.
I like that so far. Just a little sample. Just a sample.
Yeah.
Just a sample. Just a taste.
Back to the, you know.
Y'all gotta check that out on all platforms though, right?
Yeah, in the mix, off controlled substance.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I like what I heard so far. I definitely like what I heard so far. So
appreciate you, brother.
yeah, man. So Like, how many projects do you have out right now?
You said how many do I have out right now?
Yeah, how many projects do you have right now? Is that your only one out right now?
That's the latest one out. We had projects before that, but we're not like really focusing on them.
Well, you in the group?
Not really a group.
You saying we?
It's 3 of us on that mixtape. Not just me. That's why the first person you heard, you was like, that's not me.
Oh, so this is like, you're not the only person on here throughout all your songs.
Every song is all 3 of us.
Oh, wow.
I saw you post like what's it, Ruck Porter? What is it? Ruck Porter? I saw you on your Instagram posting a couple of his other
Ruck Porter.
his other joints. Right?
That was who was rapping in the first.
Yeah, I posted. I did the first mixtape that he did.
Yeah.
Ruck Porter Volume 1. Yeah.
Okay. He's on the Controlled Substance too.
Yeah.
Was he the first guy that started rapping? That's Ruck Porter.
Nah, he was rapping. He was rapping when we
Who? No, I'm talking about who was the first dude on there. That was some of the chorus.
That was my boy Mel. Jekyll.
Mel?
Yeah, that's the other dude. It's Jekyll, Grams, and Porter.
Jekyll, Grams, and Porter. Okay.
So the first dude you heard rapping on that song, that was Mel. He was singing the hook. Bagging, I fill it up. Looks like she thinks she's getting up. Yeah, that was Mel. And then I coming after him. Then Ruck coming after him.
You definitely gotta do a Soul Brooklyn challenge, son. I be wanting niggas to do that shit.
It got too watered down.
I
got too watered down for me. I'm like,
I hate when
everybody was doing that shit,
bro.
I can't jump on top of that wave, man.
Yeah, I feel you because I feel like everyone like G Herbo hopped on it. It'd be nice niggas hopping on it, but I'm like, bro,
Celebrity hopped on it.
I mean, fuck it, man, fuck it. It's just New York. Everybody loves New York, my nigga. So I can't even hate on that.
What's kind of like what's the type of music genres you listen to? Like, what's your favorite?
Yeah, you listen to anything besides rap?
You know how I feel right now?
How?
You ever seen that movie Juice and Tupac was sitting in the
Yeah.
precinct? And then he was like, he wanted to tell him, like, yeah, you know, I had these 2 bitches downstairs.
I'm trying to remember that scene.
You don't remember that scene? They
I don't remember him being
They
interrogated.
was both on the side and he was sitting at the table like, yo, listen. He bullshitting them the whole time. They trying to really get a good. You don't remember that scene?
Nah, I haven't watched Juice in years. Yeah. I can't remember. I just remember. I think Juice about to say.
That's after Raheem got shot.
Oh.
And then the precinct. Like,
Damn, I'm trying to remember. I'm really trying to remember.
Like, you know who shot him? You don't remember the scene?
Mason don't remember. Mason had the face like, yeah, he's about to lie like, yeah.
I'm about to make some bullshit up face right now.
That's how he looked. That ass look like that, bro.
I'm trying to pull one of those on me real quick, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was your question again?
What other type of music genres you listen to? You listen to R&B, pop.
I listen to everything. I think I told you that before. I listen to all kind of fucking music.
You listen to opera?
Opera.
I mean, nah. I'm not gonna lie.
How can I listen to opera?
Yo, the only nigga, like, I really, like, the only shit that I get different
Make sure you cut that out.
from,
Chop that up. Ain't choking on camera.
Yo. I mean, fuck it, bro. Niggas just chilling, bro. Fuck it. Nigga, you see me, I got the big. I got my But, like I was saying, yo, the people, the people who I usually listen to other from rap is like the niggas that niggas sample. Like, I might have, like, it's some niggas, like, I've been kind of listening to fucking.
Y'all niggas making me feel left out, right?
I see the glasses.
Seriously, what's going on? Alright,
Yo, this nigga is retarded. Yo, this nigga is a clown.
I just looked over. I'm like, my boy got the jaws on. You sitting there.
Shit, I'm blind as a bat, brother. I wish I was in that
I
situation.
can't keep these on too long though.
Yeah, I know.
Right now we chilling.
But
Yeah.
I fuck with niggas like probably like I've been kind of listening to sometimes here and there. Queen, I used to some rock bands and shit like that, but mostly like I used to listen to Mayfield, old like Otis Redding,
Linkin Park. I used to also listen to believe it. Selena Gomez had a song with Tory Lanez. That's Don't Trust No One.
Where did you start on music at? Where was it at? Like when you're first, you was like, yo.
Nah,
I would say
How young was you?
Nah, nigga, I was mad. I'm a music head. Niggas who know me, I am a music head.
So you more than like
as young as like, bro, no cap.
Put me onto music.
Yeah, no cap, bro. My mom always used to say this shit, and make sure you know. My first sentences was a DMX song. That's what my mom told me. That's what she told me. So I'm going up with she said. You know what I'm saying? She's like, my first sentences is, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Like I was just singing that song, like I was just singing, and that's one of the reasons why I love DMX. DMX is one of my favorite artists and shit. But as young, like I would say, like yeah, like as I can remember, like 4 or 5 years old, I used to be watching the music videos on MTV as a kid, like staring at the TV. I used to love music, bro.
So that's what I said. We all grew up in the same genre, so I listened to the same shit.
But a lot
on MTV at the time, it wasn't just playing rap music.
Yeah, video, like the good ass music,
all kind of shit. Like nigga, they playing everything.
And you was like, and you was cause you're a little well, how old are you?
32.
32. So yeah, so you're a little bit older than us. So you kind of saw, even though you was young, you was mad young. You kind of saw the come up of a lot of niggas like Nas and Biggie and shit.
That's what I said. When I was in that era though. Now let me say this though. When I was in that era, I wasn't into rap music.
Yeah, you was young.
I was into R&B music.
Really?
Even when I was growing up, 8, 9, 10 years old, my mother brought me my first Biggie Smalls CD and Jay-Z. I'm like, who the fuck is these people? I'm into. You listen to Mary J. Blige all day, man. I don't know these other people. So when I first got put onto rap music, for me, it was like around like 10, 11 years old. And they would buy me these different, you know what I mean, music CDs or whatever. And that's how my parents put me onto that. Like, and then my brother, he was into it or whatever. And eventually, you know, I fell into it. Like, and I can say around 8 years old, I wrote my first rap. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't even think I had a rap.
Mouse Cavalier, Mouse.
I would try to, and niggas know, like, bro. I kind of gave up on my rap shit, but I secretly still want to be a rapper. I still try to rap. I just give up too easily, bro.
Nigga, they would try to give me the raps. I just be like, I can't. I can't.
Yo, Maceo is a
yo, sometimes though, I be at work and I be thinking of some ill shit in my head. I be dead ass rapping to myself. Bro, I'm at work. I be
sometimes you know what it is? You just put you can articulate yourself, both of y'all. So like nigga, at the end of the day, put that shit into a rhythmic form and put it on paper. That's it.
It's just hard, bro. I get right. I get frustrated. And I get right, and it's the type. I don't know. I have to work on that. Like, all right, whenever I'm trying to write a rap, because the last time I tried to write a rap, no cap, was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
When we write raps about a lot of shit we don't believe that we're doing. So when we go back and try to spit it again, it don't sound right.
Yeah.
Like, and then we got confident in spitting it, and it's like, all right, I ain't gonna even do this. Like, spit some shit that you comfortable spitting that's actually you doing. Like, you ain't really been through the mud like most, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
If I talk about busting a gun over something, I can actually spit it confidently and be like, listen, nigga, letting that thing go at certain point at certain people. Like,
I hear you.
And then they can back it up. It's doing that thing.
That's what I always believe. I believe it. I really wholeheartedly feel you because it's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nigga,
what's good, bro?
Like, look, I take these off. I'm gonna fuck my eyes.
Make sure.
Alright, sad.
Miles says naive.
I work this heat if you still need it.
20 minutes in.
Alright.
Yeah, before we back at it, you know what I'm saying? And L's homie just pulled up.
Yep.
So introducing Sav.
SAV, man. SAV in the building. I mean, they call me Sav, they call me SAV. Randy SAV.
Well, where you from, bro?
Got a lot of names, man. From the belt, man.
From the belt, facts. Well, in Long Island, LR.
Yeah. Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Been doing shit, nigga.
Facts. So you make music too?
Been smacking niggas
too, y'all.
Okay.
That's why I peeped the Audacity. Y'all got pulled up. I used that to chop up my samples and stuff. You know
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
you produce?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, lit. That's what's up.
Yep. So I noticed that right off top.
Plug that.
What kind of equipment you be
Sav has
using?
made multiple beats for us too.
Fruity Loop. I got the Fruity Loop software. About to get the MPC. I used to make beats. To make beats on the MPC. You know what I'm saying? Way back. You know what I mean? Before. And you know what I mean? The MPC was like type outdated, so I got upgraded to the Fruity Loops. But now it's like I'm about to go back to the MPC. You know what I mean? Incorporate that back in there. But it really don't matter what you use. You know what I'm saying? People use all kinds of stuff to make beats. It's just all about
I'm trying to think, bro,
it's all
because
about the flow. That's what it's all about. It don't matter what you use. You can use anything and make something fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the most fire should be the simplest stuff, so you don't need a ton of equipment. What you need is just the ear for music in the field. You know what I'm saying? The nicer you are, of course, the better the equipment. The more the better. You know what I'm saying? You can never have too much, but it don't matter what you got.
Nah, because for some, like, I have a couple of bros that be producing. Like my man's shout out to Shaolin Sid, man. He made the theme song and the outro to our shit.
Oh, yeah,
he don't produce no more, but
I be telling this man.
I be telling him to get back on it, but
You never sent me the,
Like,
the theme to your shit or the outplay.
Oh yeah, no, I'll show you that.
The theme, we did the theme already, but I'm talking about the outro. I never.
oh, you never heard it?
No, I'm gonna show you right after. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
And what you were saying, you were gonna send me earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you back to that extra.
Yeah. Like I've been seeing like, cause I see with a lot of producers, you gotta like with the technology shit, like the technology should get deep when it comes to producing, bro. The amount of shit can sample.
It can because you got a lot of sample material out there. You got a lot of sound kits and stuff now. Everything right now is all about the sound kits. So there's certain sounds that all the modern day producers is using. So as long as you got all of the up to date sounds, you know what I mean, right on point. But you can use any sound. You know what I'm saying? But that's where like it becomes like a lot of software because you got a ton of different sounds to pick from. You know what I'm saying? As long as your sounds is on point, you good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes I be wanting to hear like back where it's like real instruments playing in the back instead of like computer.
That's a fact. Now me, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm an old school producer too, so I do a lot of samples, like I said, so I'm sampling from all kind of stuff. Whatever sound dope, I'm sampling. I don't care what kind of song it is. You know what I'm saying? It could be an 80s song, 70s.
Facts.
It could be a commercial. It could be some Disney shit, some rock shit, whatever. Because anything could be taken, chopped down. Yeah, anything could be taken, chopped down, manipulated to where it don't sound nothing like the original. So you can hear anything and turn it into a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? So it's always just good to have that ear for music, no matter where it's coming from. Like you could never just shut off something like, oh, I don't fuck. Like a lot of the toughest songs, toughest samples, toughest beats. Hit records was made from like classical samples.
That's a fact.
Niggas sample from Mozart, Beethoven, all kind of shit you would never even think of.
And they manipulate it, like you said.
Yeah.
Because I really like, I be watching on the shit on YouTube, fucking I forgot the fucking show, but it's like mad producers get all the like the illest producers, and they have them go into a record shop, blindfold them, pick out like 3 records, random records, and they sample that shit. And the shit that they make from it could be the wackest record, like some shit, and they turn it into some ill ass shit, bro. It's really interesting how producers do this shit.
And you can always flip a beat or a sound like a infinite amount of ways. You know what I'm saying? You can take one sample and give it to 1,000 different people, and it'll come out sounding different every time. That's a fact. There's no limit to how you flip it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of music right there.
That's a fact.
It's gonna come out different each time. Sometimes you might be like, oh, this is alright, this is tough. You know what I mean? This is not. And then at the same time, music is all opinionated. So what sounds whack to somebody else is gonna be fire to somebody else.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. For real.
What's the longest time y'all spent in the studio?
Man, hours, man. Hours. You know, whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Depending on what you're doing. Some people go there and just record.
A lot of times we trying to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It depends on what you're doing there.
Especially if we got the work already done, ain't nobody trying to sit up in there.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing though. Sometimes people just go to the studio and just straight record. Sometimes you might go to the studio and record and stay there while it get mixed down.
And chill.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just smoke, chill, all that. So it depends on what you're doing there. You know.
I hear you. Like, I don't know, when I be in the studio, definitely the studio shit is interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, being in the studio with Zimmy, that shit, seeing that shit firsthand, how like a song is done, it could take you so long to make that one song, bro. Like I've been in like 2 studio sessions where he's working on the same song, or like, you know what I'm saying, or he having days where he can work on 2 songs in one day, you know what I'm saying? It's really a process. Like it is a process. Like the engineer, and you have to have a good engineer, bro. You just have to.
Yeah, it's a lot of different elements to it. Like it could take hours to make like a 2-minute song. When you factor in how much time it took you to write it. I mean, how much time it took you to write it, how much time it took you to record it, how much time it took for it to get mixed down and mastered, you know what I'm saying? And then you put it out. It's like a 2-minute song, 3-minute song, but it took hours. That's how it is go with any process, creating anything. Same thing with a movie. A movie might only be 1 hour long, 2 hours long, but they got days and days of footage to make a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
all about editing out, and it really is.
There's always a lot going to it.
And the fact that
going to it, you know.
When you make like how I see like with most artists, and a lot of artists talk about that, they make whenever they make a project, like you said, like they'll have a ton of music for that project. They'll work on that project for mad long, and then say they make like 20 tracks, then they cut it down to like 12.
Only 12 maybe. Sometimes less than that, you know. And if you don't got creative control, you don't even have control over what tracks make it. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of niggas get caught up out there. You be like, yo, how come this nigga album sound like this? But he might have recorded 30 songs, but he didn't have a choice on what 15 made it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else chose that for
That's
him.
a fact.
It's important to have that creative control. So your music sound exactly like how you want it to sound. Cause you record 30 songs, there's no guarantee everything gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? Everything might, oh yeah, I got you. Everything might not be fire, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it always depends on who's listening, so.
I mean, you definitely feel like sometimes when you're in the studio, you definitely gotta have like a good chemistry with the engineer.
Oh yeah,
because it's like they might not make it sound like amplified as you want.
Bro,
shit.
I've seen that. Hell yeah.
It gotta sound like how it's supposed to sound. Like with me, I don't know how to engineer. Like I know how to make beats and how to like level off the sounds like that. But as far as vocals, I don't know how to do that. But I know how it's supposed to sound though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what keeps. So you be like, yo, make sure like this level need to be up. If your engineer on point, he gonna know, and he might just have to tweak things that you specifically want in there, like you know when the beat dropped out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your engineer should be on point to where he know how it's supposed to sound. If he not, then you know that's a problem.
How you feel about like auto-tune? How you feel about that?
Auto-tune?
I seen that shit. I seen that shit in the studio. Like, it's so funny the way. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny as hell the way niggas gotta record. It's so fucking funny, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm more accepting of it now. Like when it first started, I was like, this shit whack. Everybody sound like T-Pain.
Yeah.
And it's still that. Everybody just imitating off each other because everybody can sound the same. But
It's not original, and that's my one problem with. Cause I feel you. I feel that's what I relate to y'all because I'm like, even though I'm mad young, I'm like an old head at heart. I'm an old head. So it's like I like those fucking like type of like older samples. I appreciate that shit. And hell yeah, like cause I'm not gonna lie, my pops put me on the mad fucking shit when I was a kid. So nowadays, like I always say that they all sound the same, my nigga. And I hate that. Like nobody comes with originality anymore. Everybody got a copy off of what's hot, what's hot, and there's a select few. There's a select few that go against the grain.
There's not a lot of people that's
bro.
rapping without auto-tune these days. That's
Yeah, of course.
Most of these niggas rapping with auto-tune.
Yeah.
And everything
Some melodizing form of auto-tune. Where they're using it, you know, to their advantage.
See, when you making music,
I'll make a auto-tune record right now, nigga.
It's easy though. It's kind of easy, bro. But you also gotta still make it fire at the same time. But it's so that's like low key the cheat code right now. It's the cheat code.
Yeah.
Like niggas is copy off each other like the same for like I don't know, man. It's like they really need to just do some other shit. It is like I said, it's very select.
Because like
I get tired of it. I get tired of it sometimes.
They're not gonna stop.
like in America, we live in a capitalist society, right? And everybody say they're against capitalism, which they bullshit. If you live in America, you all for capitalism, nigga. You don't give a fuck. So, nigga, if there's a pocket where you can make money in any form of whatever, even if it's hip hop. Do it, even if it's auto-tune, whatever. It's selling.
Exactly. I respect it from a business aspect, from a money aspect. Like, yeah, go out there, get your bread, do the catchy shit, do the auto-tune shit, get your paper, get the shit that, you know what I mean, do the shit that's
even if that's your wave, and that's what you're really doing.
But from an artistic standpoint, I don't respect it. From a music standpoint, no, I don't respect it. People sounding like other people purposely. And then people will respect the person who was copying the original person, you know what I'm saying? They'll respect that person more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People not writing their own stuff, that's accepted. Like, it's just a different era.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a big thing. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when Meek Mill exposed this nigga kind of Drake a little bit, nobody gave a fuck.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah, for real.
Hold on. I heard with this nigga Drake. I remember, you know how Nick Cannon got like on the radio show now, doing all that talk shows and shit. I remember I saw like a little clip where Drake's father was saying why he actually told to Drake why he's saying these lies that his father was not in his life and shit.
Yo, I didn't watch that shit, bro.
Drake said they sell records, right?
Yo, his dad was like, yo, I had to lie. Yo, cause he did was acting like his father was in his life. Key.
At the end of the day, though, he probably just said it to his pop just to avoid the conversation, though. You don't know what's really going on there. We just outside looking in. I would have said the same thing, man. Look, you just sell records. Get out of here. I ain't trying to have that conversation. Like, you wasn't there, nigga. You was drunk. Whatever.
Bro, it's like, yo.
And then his pop said he could have called me at any time. So saying that you really wasn't there.
He could have called me anytime.
Yeah, that was his pop said.
Facts.
So it's like, ain't nobody lying. That's just a family issue that they gotta work out.
Pretty much. Now, whatchamacallit, I was thinking about these like signing to labels and everything, not artists owning their own rights to their music. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when they sign these deals and everything. Me and Mom was actually talking about the other day. They signed like their life.
Yo, yeah, it's like nowadays, people like I
It
forgot
depends
who
on how
said
you
it.
look at it though. Like most, you talk signing life away. Most niggas that do go into those positions feel like they have nothing to live for in the first place.
They just
They ain't never seen no money like that.
Yeah, they just chasing
They never
money.
seen no money like that.
Yeah.
Like so, you waving $1 like that in front of somebody that never seen nothing like that. It's like nigga, what life I'm throwing away?
Yeah.
There was no life before this.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
From
You
that
have to really-
aspect, I don't look at it like you signing your life away. Like from a
You actually gaining a new life.
From a paperwork standpoint, of course, contractually, yeah,
Contractually,
you are signing your life away. You know what I mean? But from a standpoint of opportunity,
It's
you're
different.
not, because
Yeah.
look at all the opportunities that this is opening up for you.
Yeah,
When this contract expires, you can still be a mainstream artist who could do your own thing now, be
Exactly.
independent, make your own bread. So,
But
opportunity, you know what I mean, is priceless. You know.
yeah, they were saying like, I forgot who was saying. They were saying, no, Dame Dash said this too, and I heard other like big successful people in music say this. You don't have to sell your whole ass. You can sell part of your ass, bro. You can sell like 15% of your ass and still make the bread, man.
They don't read
Like,
you think they really reading these contracts?
I don't even like how that sounds.
no, like I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like-
I think so.
No,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I don't even like where he was trying to go when he even, like, you know what I mean? Like,
All right, nigga, he was wrong with that.
yeah, I don't know what you mean on that. I ain't even gonna elaborate on that. I don't know what you talking about. Not you, but
Oh yeah.
the fact that that's
The fact that he
wild.
was even wording it like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
No, cause you know how he mean it like.
I know what he mean.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Cause he's just being mad blunt and broad. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was saying it. So
It's very blunt.
like it's like, cause he been through it. Like so, I feel him on that. And niggas low key try to shit on Dame Dash,
Dame
but
Dash.
I'm like he's mad. He's low key still mad popping. I feel like.
So Dame Dash-
Nigga,
so
he
that's
just-
exactly smart.
Nah, he just got screwed. I feel like he got low key. He just mad bitter because he got screwed over by Jay-Z. So
But
it's like.
most artists, believe it or not, like we the age of information now. You know what I'm saying? Most artists right now are hip to it. Are hip to the game as far as
Yeah.
what you're entitled to, the things you should have off top, like your publishing copyrights. A lot
Yeah,
of
you have to
artists
own
are-
your own shit. You have
You know what
to.
I mean? Or at least hip to that part of the game, and then hip to the other part of the game. That any kind of contract you get, you gotta have your own lawyer look at it. This is basic
have to.
101 stuff that maybe people back in the 70s, 80s, 90s didn't know. They just signed the contract, but now people know that. You know, what I'm
Because the
saying?
young niggas low key they try to shit on the older
Yeah,
rap
because
generation.
look all the young niggas
But he
getting money.
paved the way for you to get the $1 million deals.
Exactly.
Right?
For you to have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They went through that. Now it was no internet back in the 90s
Hell
where
yeah.
niggas could just look up publishing, look up this. You had to really go to a library.
That's a fact.
or just be next to somebody who know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody put you on. But now we could just look up all this shit. You know what I'm saying? On how people got jerked, how they lost millions of dollars, how they signed their life away. So even these deals nowadays, they a little bit better than they was back in the 90s and the early
of course.
2000s. They
Getting
a little-
partnerships
they a
instead
little
of
bit
like.
better.
Yeah.
It's not as just straight 360 no more how it was. You know what I'm saying? These young boys getting their
I mean, there's still some dudes getting 360. Don't get it wrong.
yeah, nah, they are, but these young boys getting their paper, and a lot of them are just getting their own following, going viral, getting millions of followers, and doing anything independent. That's why you see all these niggas just coming out. If they not millionaires, they 100,000aires. They close to it because they doing everything independent. Niggas is hip to it now. You know what I'm saying? So
And the independent game takes longer. Niggas gotta realize it does take like longer than like signing a label, but you could sign like the baby. Like he got like popping independent first, and then he got with Interscope, and he worked out a good deal with them. Now look at it, because they have one thing too. Like people will still try to shit on labels, like, but they still have those connections that you don't.
they're gonna give you that push.
In that big marketing, so it's not always bad to gift with them,
Yeah,
but
it's
you
not.
gotta work out that paperwork,
Yeah,
bro.
and the
That's the
labels
thing.
is really not trying to sign nobody now who ain't already
Hot.
popping.
You ain't hot. You gotta get yourself popping
already
first.
popping.
No more artist development.
Like I
There's no more
always
artist
say,
development.
they'll rather sign a nigga who's trash, who got millions of followers, before they
Yes.
sign the nicest niggas with
Yes.
only, you know what I mean, 20,000 followers. Like, that's just how the game is right now. Like, You know what I mean? And honestly, yeah, I mean, it's good and it's bad because it gives artists a chance to put themselves out there.
And leverage. It gives them a little leverage.
You don't need labels no more to put yourself out there. Even if you want to become a millionaire, you can still make a living off music.
Bro, and that's the one thing. Rap is the trap. It really is. Because there's some niggas that still, bro, they're not mainstream, but show. You're making just show money. Just making show money.
Doing their streams, their views.
I be getting rich off show money. Just show money.
Hell yeah, bro. That's how niggas make their money now, bro. Remember? Because nobody really be putting out albums like that. It's just mixtape and they do their shows.
Everything is streams and views too, though. Like that internet, like, don't nobody buy shit no more. So it's like, everything's all streams right now.
Niggas that really be buying shit.
Nigga, I haven't bought a CD since high school, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't bought a CD since high school. That's a fact.
I remember I just go to YouTube.
Fact, YouTube.
Streams and the views. They get right off that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people shit going viral is being watched and streamed millions, like hundreds of millions of times. Like, that's paper. You know what I'm saying? That's how people go.
It adds up at the same time because some of these, I'm not gonna lie, and even some of these older cats, they kind of got jerked with that. Like, I remember, I forgot who, I don't know if it was like Styles P or Jadakiss. They was talking about how one of their deals like included that shit. Like when they signed earlier back in the day, it includes like sometimes a future shit. Like when they didn't know these streams and shit back in the day was gonna happen, all this shit was gonna blow. So these labels are smart enough, like, oh, if anything happens in the future, we still get some of your streaming money and all that shit. Cause they only make like pennies per stream. That's why you gotta have 1 billion streams or some shit differently. Like
they don't make pennies. It's less than a penny.
Less than a penny, really?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's way less than a penny. It's
per
like,
stream, that's crazy.
You gotta look it up. If it was a penny, everybody would be billionaires. You know what I'm saying? They had to make it that, you know what I mean, like low, like that low because it's mad streams. Like it's so easy to just click something. You don't gotta just click it. Just click it. So that's what everybody do now. They just click for free. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they make it, you know what I mean, so low, the payout so low, but it add up and turn into millions of dollars if you're doing billions of streams. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And that's how these young boys is out here getting rich now. And then once you get that internet success and you get the streams and the views, now that makes you somebody. Now you could get show money. Now you could get feature money. Now you could, you know what I'm saying, somebody will throw you bread just to show up at their party. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas is trying to throw you bread for a deal. You know what I mean? But it's starting now with this fucking internet, fucking computers, fucking phones.
It's a wave now, bro. Cause think about it. Like I always say that I talked about this before last time. When all that Soulja Boy shit was going on, when he was like, even though he was acting an ass, he really was talking that shit because he was the first nigga to capitalize off the ringtones and all that shit. He really did start the internet wave for a lot of niggas, bro. Because he knew like, yo, this shit is about to be on, like, and popping. The internet's about to go crazy. Social media about to be ridiculous. So
I feel like when he was doing it though, he didn't
know all the way, but he still he knew a little bit.
I wouldn't say he started it. I would just say that, you know, he came around at a time where that was just the transition. He came
You're right.
Because there was other niggas doing ringtones too. Lil Flip made $1 million off of ringtones. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
having a ringtone just like
man, niggas was doing that. Cash Money, all of that.
I think I had a ringtone.
But I'm not gonna lie, but I'm saying I really low-key felt like, cause I'm not gonna lie, Soulja Boy and Chris Brown was like the first niggas I know with their ringtones, bro. They was like the first niggas I remember with their
2019 talk about ringtones, my nigga.
Nigga, I'm just saying.
Next, can you get to your questions, man? We just talking about Soulja Boy on this podcast and ringtones.
Nah, it's just like, cause the internet, it got crazy, bro. It's just like crazy, nigga. You're just talking about how niggas really come up now, bro.
Alright, yo, so
Niggas really come up.
It's sad, but that's what it transitioned to, and it led to now. You know what I'm saying?
Like it is a blessing and a curse because now there's no more. Everything is kind of 15 minutes of fame type shit. Niggas don't last, and everything is come and go. Niggas will get real tired of your ass.
It's oversaturated.
Niggas will get tired of your ass real quick,
and that's why there's no more classic material. Like you see when somebody drop an album, you might hear about it for a few days, and then
that's it.
Never happened.
That shit is old after a year, bro.
Old after a week. Like there's
facts.
no more classic albums. Like. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's because it's oversaturated.
That's a fact.
There's always something else. It's just so easy to just click on something else. You know what I mean?
Yo, so I'm gonna drop a little topic on y'all. What's more color?
I know we just gonna hold on. Hold on, man. How are you just gonna segue like that into that? You don't want to cut and then come back into it or something?
Nah, dive right in. How much y'all some new flavor?
Man, so what? You got
He was sitting there with them questions for like 20 minutes just looking at them shits. And I'm like, damn, maybe I'm the one to come in with the
I want to get to the questions, though, definitely.
Like 20 minutes.
Whatever.
Nah,
let him live.
Nah, y'all too. No, it ain't make sense. Y'all too. Y'all just wild out just now. We was supposed to get to this before you walked in. Y'all nigga just went off on a tangent.
Yo, it was a good tangent. What are you talking about?
You gotta let some of that down or something.
Yo, it's Gucci, boy. We can get into it. This is what the podcast is about.
Right,
it's about going on tangents sometimes.
Alright, well, I'm on a tangent now. Niggas, fuck you niggas. Both of you niggas be quiet while me and him talk. Both of you niggas just chill.
Nah. They can talk. Alright, bro, let's get to the question. He just mad. He mad,
That
man.
niggas talk too goddamn much.
Nah, so alright, boom. One of my topics, knowledge is power, of course.
Thank you.
So,
get into some
Hey,
shit.
yes. We looking.
Now we get Soldier. Let's go back to Soldier Boy. No, let's go back to Soldier Boy. I want to go back to Soldier Boy.
Alright, get into the question.
No, man. You talking?
Nah, was just
Ringtones. Let's talk ringtones and flow. Let's go. Come on.
Alright, so knowledge is power. Right?
Back to this.
What can both of you like teach others to learn to not make them slaves to their money?
All right, and let me not come at my nigga side. That's my brother. Right. And we.
He said, "Calm down, calm down."
Yeah.
Alright,
we go off on each other sometime like that because sometimes we both can disagree at certain points, but we both supposed to be getting into these questions. So like you said, knowledge is power. What can we expound about knowledge being power onto the youth or young brothers like yourself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like not make them like slaves to the money. Like everybody. At some point,
when you first asked me that question, I wanted you to elaborate. What do you mean by slave to your money? Like just.
Like every dollar is like niggas living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. What is things that they can capitalize to have?
Okay, well that's specific.
Income.
Yeah, that's specific.
Like
that's why I say when you say slave to the money, you can be a person that's a billionaire. You're a slave to your money.
Yeah. That's kind of okay.
So I wanted you to be specific about it.
Okay.
So how can you
have like multiple streams of income? You know what I'm saying? Not just one. Just worrying about this check coming down. I ain't getting the next check. I don't know what's the plan. You know what I'm saying?
The first thing I would tell young people is like, look at how much money you spend monthly or weekly, and try to minimize that. First and foremost, like that's discipline. Your first form of discipline, like, is to try to increase your wealth in a bit. So you look at how much you spend monthly or weekly, and you start to slowly, start to go back a little bit on how much you're spending. And that's just basically that's the first form of money management. How you start to manage your money and know how much you're spending. Start to budget it. Even if you gotta write down how much you're gonna spend on this every week.
That's a fact. Categorize.
Yeah, every week. I'm gonna spend this on that, this on that, this on that. When we see a lot of people do that, we think they're like, this nigga's retarded. Listen on this nigga.
Nah,
this nigga crazy.
I be trying to do that. That shit, I used to try to do that before.
But it helps.
My teacher that taught me
because then you would start to see how much you're spending on everything every week, and you'd be like, you know what? I have to either start doing this less or doing this less if I want this. Like, you know what I mean? And that's just one form of discipline. Another thing is most of us, we work as we get paid as an individual. What people do is they form trust, right? So you get paid through a trust, or you get paid through a business where you're not actually. So every year you're building business credit by putting yourself in this trust or putting a business in this trust.
So can you explain what business credit is before you?
Well, business credit, credit from business. If you have a business, a LLC, and what most people do if they have a business or if they develop an LLC, first thing they do is go develop a line of credit or a business line of credit, right? Where they open a business account around their LLC, and they start to slowly put residuals in and out of that account to show that it's being used, and eventually you can develop a line of credit. Different ways you can develop lines of credit or whatever. That's one.
So what was I thinking? Oh shit, I was just thinking about something. Like at some point, this is just me just speaking now. But at some point, I had started to realize like, everybody really has a job. Like you can't say you're not about to work a day in your life. Literally, what?
Everybody doesn't have a job.
Right, yeah, everybody doesn't.
That's some sick shit.
But for the people that do, I always say, because for the average person who asks that question like, how can I get more streams of income, whatever. I look at it like that person works a job that's probably, they don't look at it as being long term, just something that they're making money off of right now. I always say, find whatever it is that you love to do. Whatever it is that you love to do. I don't care what it is. And it could be multiple things. You know what I'm saying? And try to find a way to make some kind of money off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people out there who might have a quote unquote job, but it don't feel like a job to them because it's something that they love to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way you could eliminate just that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like once you eliminate that feeling, now you could progress toward.
What would be an example of having a job that you don't feel like a job to you?
I mean, anything that you love to do. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Like you know what I mean? Music, for example, is one thing. You know what I'm saying?
You do music?
Yeah, I do music. You know what I'm saying?
You doing music, it don't feel like a job to you, Zach?
You know, it's like if I sit.
Even if we have the most fun in the world, if we really get down to it, go to the studio, do all of this, get the video production and do all that don't feel like a job to you, nigga?
It don't feel like a job when I'm doing it. It don't.
See, I hate you niggas.
You know what I'm saying? For real. It don't feel like a job. It is a job. But it don't feel like a job when I'm doing it. Like, yo, I remember one time I was in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the beat. Look, you know what I mean? I'm in the crib, I'm making a beat or whatever. And I'm just like chopping this sample and I'm just trying to just get the shit perfect. I'm just nitpicking with the shit. And I'm nitpicking with the shit for like,
and this
longer than I have to.
Some good fucking beats, like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm nitpicking. Hold on.
We got a video. I want you to show we got a video. That's his beat. His. Yeah. We ain't paid. That's his beat. It's my brother. Like, we in house with all the beats, the production. So, I mean, just know that he does his thing on the beat.
So
I'm not taking nothing away from that.
Look, I'm nitpicking with this sample for like mad longer than I have to. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get the shit just extra perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure it stop. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what I wanted at.
Yeah.
It's garbage. I don't know. So I know it's going away.
In the midst of me doing that, I'm like, yo, I'm spending mad time doing this shit. And it's like, and the shit is not, and I love it. Like, I had to realize it for a second, like, yo, I could be doing this shit all day, like, all day, no problem, just sitting here chopping samples all day, you know what I mean, sitting at the computer, working, but it don't feel like work, you know what I'm saying? That's the
I feel like
mindset.
I feel like that's like, not, sometimes it's not to go for everybody. Some people like to going to work.
The shit, everything feels like work. Like, you know what I mean? It is unless you just waking up and not doing nothing and pressing a button and everybody doing everything for you around you, that doesn't feel like work. It's not work.
Well, that's management still.
Yeah, you can be in a position like that, but sometimes the manager has to be in the store. If you're doing that, that feels like work still. You gotta be there.
I mean, it's always gonna be.
So if you have to punch a clock, right? There's people I know that own their own business and they make their own time up and they do whatever they do and that doesn't feel like work to them. But like you say, like, oh, it's like people in music. That's why I said give an example. Because even what we do, do you think these singers is going crazy, killing themselves and doing all these drugs because it don't feel like work?
Oh yeah, it's definitely work. And
you think you're doing all that because it don't feel like work? Because they're just chilling? If you were just laying on the cloud all day, right? If you laying on the cloud all day chilling, you be doing drugs and all kind of shit? No. You be chilling, but it feels like work. And you gotta do work, and you gotta tour, and you gotta go from city to city, you gotta do this and the third. So yes, that's work.
Wait, it's still recording right here. It's still recording right here. It's still recording.
Still recording?
Yeah.
Alright, so we moved you. Oh, you scared me.
Didn't cut off?
Nah, I just pressed the record button again. It's still recording.
Alright, so we back, and what we talking about again? Work. Yeah, it feels like work. It feels like fucking work.
Eliminate.
Feels like work to you?
Yeah, this podcast should be work.
It feels like work to my nigga right here. It feels like work to me.
Because I be
right?
Especially, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I'm trying
to tell us it don't feel like work.
Hell yeah,
it's work, but it don't feel like it to me. It'll feel like it when I sit back and look at the body of
work.
It's just
other people connecting to my shit. Say 3 on there now.
I'm not connected.
One of you niggas.
I'm on my data, bro. I'm not even connected, bro.
You niggas is connecting to my shit.
It's a camera. The camera's connected. Isn't it connected?
Yeah. But now both any of y'all could just bring up your own experience in business. But what was like some of your like business mistakes, business ventures that happened, like that you learned?
I mean, I do floors, right? So like we do home improvement, right? One time we had this job, carpet job, first carpet job I ever had. Most of the jobs, because I'm not experienced like that, like, you know what I mean, I've been doing it for like a year or some change, so I'm not experienced like 5-10 years in. So most jobs I get, if I subcontracted, I still have to be on deck to see what's going on, to just learn what the fuck is going on. So there's a job, a carpet job. You would think carpet is easy, just lay the carpet down, you know, on the stairs. It's different. So long story short, sent the poppy in, he fucks up the whole carpet.
Wow.
Now mind you, trying to figure out how we gonna get a new carpet. I think I told you this story. I ain't gonna go into detail, but yeah, we had to buy a new carpet, right? On top of the money that we had to spend for the old carpet, on top of the money that we had to spend for all kind of shit, bags, clean up everything. So we spending more money on, so that's one job, that's one way, you know, you can find yourself doing business and having a mishap like that or whatever, you know. What was your question again? Sorry.
He was saying what was like the, what would you say or give your own experience about like the mistakes or whatever you made.
Well, yeah, that was one mistake on my part, because I sent them in, son got drunk on the job.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was crazy. I had to go in there, pull him out like a little junior.
Oh, nah.
Like, come on.
What the?
Come on, fucking.
That's unprofessional as fuck.
I'm pulling Julio out the spot. This nigga drunk.
That's some drunk.
It's crazy. So, yeah, that was one thing. You know, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're dealing with people that's not capable of, you know, fulfilling the obligations at hand.
Yeah.
Bro, you have to fulfill these obligations.
It's supposed to be a team.
So you know what I mean? That's one thing. I can name 100 different things.
Do you think it's good? Do you really think it's good to do business with family and friends?
I think so.
You can do it. I think it's possible.
Well, it all depends. Because you know why you take a chance? Because it is family. You give them enough rope to hang themselves, especially family. Nigga, you my family. You gonna screw me over? So if family fuck you over, you gave them that rope anyway. I gave you the leeway. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you doing shit all out of love, like, why fuck that up? Like, it don't make no sense.
I remember I gave my brother I gave my brother when I knew he was on some bullshit. I gave him $3,000 in his hand. And I'm trying to talk to him after I gave him the money, so I'm talking to him like, yo, here, bro. Yeah, so, and I can tell while I'm talking to him, he's like literally staring through me.
He don't care about
He don't even care about nothing at this point. And I'm like, yeah, so you should do this, that, and the third. He can't hear none of that.
You just see the 3 bins.
And I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna see. He just close the door. I'm like, all right, ain't see this nigga since. So
it's crazy, man.
I think one of the key mistakes I had made when I first went into business was trying to do too many things in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good to like find your niche, like find something that you specialize in, perfect that, and then move on to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people try to do too much in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I first started business, I was trying to do mad shit. I was trying to have a transport company. I was trying to do real estate. I was trying to get a gas station. I was trying to do mad different shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pursuing mad different things. And then I was like, yo, I need to just buckle down and find something and like, specific. Yeah. And so I was like, I was already a driver. I was working for Amazon. I was already driving and shit. So I was like, I got mad experience driving. Why don't I start my first business around something that I already got mad experience in? So that's what I did. I went and bought my own van, became an independent contractor. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Getting different contracts, doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, then I got that down, had that down to the science, knew the ins and out, commercial place, different kind of license you need to have. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the city, the different rules out there for commercial vehicles. If you got windows, if you don't got windows, what can go on the parkway. You know what I'm saying? You got to take certain shit only on the expressway. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that you're not going to know. You have to get ft.L drivers? No, I had the cargo van. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had the cargo.
Like the Sprinter shit?
No, I had the cargo. You know what I mean?
Which one's a cargo?
You know, those are like more like the old school, type shit? Like more like the old school looking one. Like they have like the window on the side.
That's the shit you got outside?
They look like, not like the work vans, like the shit you got, like the Chevy.
Those long ass shit that look like,
you know what I'm saying? One of those shit, you can fit mad shit up in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And them shits will run for like 300,000, 400,000 miles if you take care of them shits. Like them shits is built to last, you know what I'm saying? So I did that, and then like from doing that, then I feel like then you could start to venture on to other stuff. So the point is pretty much is, you know what I mean, not to try to do too much in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you start in business, I mean, focus on one thing, find your niche. You look at anybody who was successful, they got successful. Most of their success in the beginning came off one thing, and then once they got that, then they started to venture out and do mad other shit. You know what I'm saying? So find your niche.
That's a fact. Like, that's what we're trying to do right now. I wanted to try out this like the podcast shit just cause it was like, all right, I tried to I remember I was like really trying to be on my rapper shit, but now I found something else. Like, alright, let me give this a try and shit like that.
Mind you, we only started this. It came out to idea through our
You
cousin.
really wanted to be a rapper?
Bro, I love hip hop, but I feel like I don't know, man.
Dude, you can still give me a rap and shit. Like,
Bro, you mad?
you young, it's a young man's game. I tell niggas that all the time. It's a
The person I study on it say you should have 5 jobs as a young dude.
Word.
Even if you have 2 businesses
I do a lot.
and 3 jobs or whatever, you should be working 24 because you're young. So when you get older, you want to be able to take that time off.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bust my ass now. So when I'm like older, because right now, I'm not gonna lie, because of this internet shit, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to get that internet money too, but everybody trying to get the fast money, and I'm trying to think long term. I'm really trying to unlearn, like, because being a young nigga in our mentality, our generation, we just want everything so quickly. So I'm trying to buckle down and be like, yo, if I want to get these M's, it's gonna take 10, 15 years to get all these M's and shit like that. Like, I wanted the long term. We are home of the scam and swipe. You know how many is scams?
You get them quicker than that.
Swiping.
Yeah, you get them quicker than that legally.
Yeah, legally, yeah. I'm trying to find my way in that too. Shit.
Is the
Fuck that.
best way to sell
Facts.
You got the swipers, man.
Like, I
The pieces, nigga.
That's a fact.
The pieces on deck, nigga. My son, shout my boy, he was just on 21 Jumper. That nigga was showing you how to scam everything.
Oh,
I'm
TJ.
I didn't even want to watch it. I didn't know if I was gonna go there.
Yo, he's gonna go to jail, bro.
Nervous,
He's
like,
like, and the thing is, all he's saying is true, bro.
Yeah.
All he's saying is true.
Whoa, I didn't see that. I didn't see
He's
that.
such, but he's ragging on himself. He just want that clout so bad.
He
when
says
he's
like, man, I
snitching,
wish
bro.
shit too about the whole swiping thing. So they got.
I'm like, y'all need to keep that on the low. I understand, alright, you might rap about it here and there, but I'm like, bro, this nigga is just straight dry, like snitching. Look, it's not even dry, it's just straight snitching. He giving up the whole game. He giving up the whole game.
Because let me tell you.
And I know he been scammed, my nigga. I know he giving up the whole
The next
game.
5 to 10 years, it's gonna be a whole bunch of New York niggas going down for swiping.
Bro,
Niggas
they're already
swiping all over the place.
nigga. New York, like you said, New York is the capital. We love swipe, and they're cracking down crazy. Like, bro, I remember my cousin told me, like, the precinct by down the block where she used to live at. She was telling me, oh, they got like pictures on the wall of known Brooklyn fucking scammers and shit like that. They cracking down crazy.
Eventually, it's gonna be over.
It is. It's getting hot. It is getting hot, bro. The game is. I definitely the way this is. I be seeing all the niggas on Instagram, bro, and I'm like, bro, niggas is tired. Everybody's tired of that shit. Bethy, City, BOA, like, yo, like, no lie, bro. I feel like that shit is getting dried up, low key.
Niggas gonna start crying when they get that family.
What you got over there, Mace? What you got?
Yeah. So talking about credit cards and scammers.
Credit cards and the skins.
You know, tell us your own experience. You know, dabbling in
Business?
no, not business. In like
Whoa.
Nigga, he said, hold on. Alright, so, let me word it for him, because he trying to like, alright, so, we understand, and by your vibe and a little bit of the video, they can tell, alright, you've been through some shit, okay? So, without incriminating, you don't have to incriminate yourself, but he wants you just to tell, I guess, a couple of trenches stories, let's say. Trenches stories. That's what you want to hear.
I was in the trench one time, right? I won't tell that story.
I use cold words.
Yeah, I ain't want to tell that story.
Yeah, it makes you have to word it correct. I want to have to word it correctly.
Let me keep it honest. Let me keep it honest.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, there was a time when I was in the streets heavy, right? When I used to like be on the strip.
On the strip.
Yeah. I used to just, you know, sell drugs. Right? I've done time for it. Mm-hmm. Right? I had 8 balls for sale. You know anybody? You know, like yeah, you know, so niggas did time for that and all that. So it's not, you know, nothing I wouldn't talk about.
Yeah,
if you want to know, like, you know what I mean. So what you used to do? Yeah, nigga, sold crack, niggas. Fuck.
So wait, if you wanted to talk about what made you, because that's interesting. This is the first guest I have that talked about it.
So you're young. When you're young in an environment where it's like that's going on, like you influence. So that's what you do. Like, you know what I mean. Some people get
you say, was you being a follower?
Yeah. Hell yeah. You don't just do that. That's nothing you just wake up and be like, oh shit, and learn how to do it in your sleep. That's something you have to be put on to. Like, you know what I mean? So whether you're a follower or just doing it because you've seen, whatever, that's what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So.
And so what? Can you talk about a situation what made you like stop doing that? What did you have a spook moment like
Nah,
something like that? That was really it.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you talk about your jail experience? Do you feel comfortable talking about it?
No, he said
Alright, if you don't want to,
you blind TV.
I gotta get deep on these niggas.
You know, there's people who probably was in there with me at the time, and if I speak on stories while I beating niggas up and did all kind of stuff, they probably see this and be like,
no, like, I mean,
I don't really give a fuck. Honestly, yeah, we can talk.
if you don't feel comfortable,
We can talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah.
Okay,
So what was the question you would have about me being?
Alright, first of all, can you say how long you was in for?
Probably like 10 months.
10 months? Alright, so I guess let's say like how was your first day? Let's start with that. How was your first day going in?
Alright.
How did you feel? What was the emotions?
So I never went into jail before at that time, more than 15 days. So when I first got in there,
He's like, go on.
So when I first got up in there, they told me I wasn't going to, I told you I did 15 days, so I went to an open dorm at that time when I first got there. Probably months before that, probably a year before that. Went to an open dorm, so that's like nothing. You in there, it's open dorm, it's like bunks and shit. Niggas, everybody open, there's no cells, no gates closing or nothing. So when I went back, it's like gang classification now.
What jail was this?
This Nassau County.
Nassau County?
Yeah. It's like gang classification now. So when you have gang classification, they put you on the main jail tiers or whatever. So with the other gang members or whatever. So put you over there when I first went back. So when they told me I was going over there, all I did was heard about that tier before. I never knew, like I never been over there. So when they first told me, I got to the gate and I told the CO like, yo, I ain't trying to go up in there. He's like, you're da-da-da, right? And he's saying your name like you're supposed to be some gangster nigga or whoever. But in the back of your head, like, yeah, whatever, I don't want to go in there. And they send you up in there anyway. So I went up in there, nigga. So the first day in there, I'm just banging the walls. I went crazy, honestly.
Word.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was
That's
going on.
crazy. So, and like, would you say, was that shit, I understand that's a difficult time, but was it like,
And there's niggas who do real time.
is it like,
so.
do you feel like, let me ask you this, do you feel like, what I'm trying to say, do you feel like, alright, do niggas just fuck with you in jail, like, cause I've never been to jail, so, and I never will, but do niggas like, is it, can you keep to yourself and you'll be good, or niggas try to like prey on you, niggas try to prey on you?
You don't get preyed on, like, see, when I went in there, I was already like who I was from the streets or whatever, so it's like, there's no preying on certain people, so I never got preyed on, but I can attest to people coming in, and I'm probably being one of the main, like, you know what I mean? Because niggas coming in with stuff, like, say if you've been in there for 5 months, you're not getting no visits, no money on your books, you gotta take some sneakers or do something, because you ain't got nothing right now, so it's like, you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but it's like, both of y'all looking at me like whoa. That's kind of, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Look at that, like that's kind of hard.
That's kind of harsh, but like that's like where you was at, like where I was at the point. So niggas is like, you know, like I'll be on it like that. Like am I probably my prime in there? I probably had a whole cell full of sneakers and
Jeez.
all kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Running nigga shit.
It's on some bullshit. So it's like,
so what? You was on some bully shit crazy?
that's a fact. I grew up on some bullshit. Sav, you remember when I was little? Like, you can sit here and tell you that. Like, when I first met, I was on some bullshit with him and the niggas he used to be around before I hang out with all
got
of
on some bullshit with them. And it's crazy because he was older, he was younger than us. You know what I'm saying? Shorter than us and everything. Always. We used to be playing basketball, little niggas, playing one-on-one. Before we played the one-on-one, he'd take his machete out of his pocket and put it on the court real quick so we could play the one-on-one. Like,
Wow.
I remember that machete. Like, I didn't.
And both y'all both grew up in Roosevelt, right? Yeah. So I know how Centennial.
You grew up right on the crib block. That's why I had the machete on me because I'm coming on Park Ave. This nigga on the crib block. I'm coming over there to play ball, but I know. So I'm like, I used
used to be the whole hood used to be over there playing ball over there at my crib, like the whole block. You know what I'm saying?
And then the main crib niggas right across the street. But I'm cool with him though. But his man's fuck slow nigga. So.
But I'm cool with everybody.
He cool with everybody.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And they think he
So
blood.
niggas know.
Niggas think he blood. Some niggas think he crip. The crip niggas think he blood. The blood niggas think he. It's crazy.
Or and niggas knew like niggas might be on some bullshit outside of my crib, but niggas know when niggas at my so everything good. When niggas see niggas not me at my crib, everything good. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You start to know he good, even though it's a crib block. You know he at my crib.
That's a
You know
fact.
he straight. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's how it was, you know. Niggas grew up. I probably on some bullshit with fucking the wall. I gotta watch that all. But yeah. Other than that,
So like, alright, so when you get out, what's like the type of time you was on once you got out? What kind of mindset you was in?
that time I was seeing if I can fucking get a job. I'm like, yo,
You just fucked up in the game.
yeah, cause I'm like, damn, yo, I got felonies on my job. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be like out here. So I'm like, let me see if I get a fucking job. Then I could. I'm like, alright, I got a job.
I feel you.
I was still in the streets. I'm like, these niggas is trying to wash me up just now.
Yo, bro.
Because they were talking a lot of different shit when I was in there, like different time. 1 to 3 or 4 I was facing. Or for all that dumb shit. Like sales, robbery, all kind of shit. So 1 to 3 or 4 I was facing. I'm like, they could have washed me up. I could have went up north for that shit. And with the gang shit, they put you in certain spots where like, nigga, you gonna be in certain positions where you gonna catch new charges. Like,
Oh yeah, because of the shit.
That's
You
a
might
fact.
have to fight. You
That's
got to
a
fight
fact.
and all that. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, they
I
try
hear
to wash me up. So I'm by the grace of God, nigga. I don't believe in God, but I came up out of that situation.
Oh, yo, I didn't even talk about religion with this nigga. But before I talk about that, this nigga made me realize just the thought of him taking niggas' shoes and all that shit reminded me back when the nigga stole Miles's bike. Nigga, kid you not.
Nigga,
some
nah,
dumb shit.
I did some dumb shit.
Let me tell
I did some dumb shit, but nah, these niggas,
Man, big bro.
Huh?
You let niggas take it back.
No. Hold on.
Let me say, this nigga goes.
No, I left my shit outside of my crib. I'm in the crib. I went to go take a shit.
That happened. Remember 60 niggas taking everybody by something?
Yo, bro, I said, nigga. So I left it in front of my crib. I went to go take a shit real quick. I come back out. My shit is gone. And then I call these niggas like, yo, niggas are talking about a bike. I don't know who took my bike. And then they talking about, hold on, they talking about they see these older niggas, these older teenagers. We like mad young. We like middle school
Nah,
and
see,
shit like
you know
that.
what it is too? When you like, what, like 13, 14?
I was like younger than like 11, 12.
See, when
and
you're
shit.
11, 12, even a 13 or 14 year old is a grown man to you.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, they older dudes. Like, they be like a 13 or 14, you're like, they older dudes. Like, that young shit.
Nigga, kid you not, this nigga Miles, we called this nigga Miles, yo, bro. This nigga, it's a group of niggas with riding on bikes, holding his bike.
Holding my shit. I'm like, yo, why don't y'all go get these niggas? Like, yo, we not fucking with these niggas. I had to take that L. Yeah, there was some older dudes. Even
It was a group of them. Me and Zimmy just watching niggas pass us, have the mic on the phone.
yo, I don't even know who these niggas are. They just talking about some older dudes got this shit. Some older dudes.
I was like, about to stop him, bro. Yo, like, I see the nigga.
I was 11, like 11, 12, bro. Man,
I'd be like, yo, stop the
yeah, that's what they say, like teenagers.
That's the first thing I said, yo, stop the nigga. Like, what are you doing? Like, you just want to ride past my fucking.
Bro, and then, you know, my dad, yo, I told my pops.
Somebody was like, yo.
Even if niggas couldn't get the bike, niggas
I need a yo or
say
something.
something like.
Somebody said yo or something.
Talk some shit or something.
Startled the nigga or something. So I get there. What do you mean?
Nah, this nigga's like, nah, you gotta take that L, man. He said take that L. Take that L. I don't even know who I still don't know who I'm saying. I don't know who they are.
When they tell me about they stories, like it was always
Because when we was younger,
There was no
niggas
headaches.
fucked with niggas fucked with us, like you know
yeah,
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like,
Because they knew we was about that bullshit.
Well, exactly. That is
Nigga,
true.
you get shot. I don't care if you were old, like whatever. I'm still the same way. Like nigga, I don't like discriminate. You disrespect me. It is what it is. Like I don't care if you whatever age or whatever. If you were elderly, I'll let you slide. Like it was this elderly dude in the liquor store one day calling me like a nigger, like some elder Arab.
Oh, nah.
You nigga. And I'm like, so lot about.
Hell no.
I'm trying to play lotto, nigga.
It's a chocolate.
Yeah, and nigga like nigga, and you know what I said? I told him to give me like a lotto card, then I switched it up and didn't want that one, and then because I couldn't make my mind up, nigga wanted to call me a nigga. So this is what I said to him, older dude with a cane and all. I'm like, nigga, come from behind the counter and call me a nigga. And he started making his way around the counter with the cane.
This old ass nigga had some nuts on it.
Yo, I can't believe
smacked out of him, man.
I gotta get the fuck out of here before I do something to this dude, so I gotta fuck out of here.
Well, it was crazy though when we was growing up though. It was like the older generation looked at us like with caution though, because it's like our generation brought like the gangs and the guns and all that. You know what I'm saying? Where the generation before they just were straight fist fights, bats or whatever.
Yeah.
But then our generation, you got it's different shit now.
Bang, bang.
Guns, niggas got heavy artillery out here now.
And it's still like that now. People are so quick to pick up a gun now.
Yeah, but our generation really brought that. You know what I'm saying? So the older niggas like, yo, we ain't fucking with these young niggas like. End up getting killed out here.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting to that age where it's like now, like, young niggas is wet.
I'm not gonna lie. You know why? Because now I talked about this. Nah, I talked about this shit with I had this shit conversation with Maceo and my bro Zimmy. Like nowadays, like nowadays, since you cannot go and have a fist fight now and say you lose, right? Say you lose, you cannot take a L calmly. You cannot take it like because everybody recording shit, millions. So now, fuck that. I ain't fighting. I'm gonna just shoot you. Like nobody's scared. You can't fist fight no more. Now it's violence, bro.
We had it first hand. Remember, Miles?
Yeah.
We got John.
Niggas got
Niggas
had to come. Nah. It's because we talked about this shit before.
Who take?
But nobody take that. Hell no. Nah. It was a situation, and I don't want to get into. We talked about this shit on our other episode.
Told me about this one time.
But yeah, like we got It started with my bro. And he had beef with somebody, so he was like, "Yo, pull up. If I scrap with this nigga, I want to try to have my back in case anything." Alright, whatever. So we pull up, and niggas they took a L. We won that. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking so fast forward, a year later, my man's that really wanted to fight. Like he had saw them again, right? He had saw them again, and we wasn't there this time. He just had hopped the dude and shit like that. And then Maceo was at McDonald's and shit, and the dudes that got hopped again, they fucking pressed them like, yo, your man's hop touched us and shit. And we had nothing to do with it that time. So it started it back up again, you feel me? So then
You said they was some older dudes or something too?
Nah, we like the same age, but they had, so this is when we got jumped, so right? So that they pressed them. Maceo and them was about to fight again, and then they wound up like dipping and shit or whatever. So we fast forward, we at our crib, right? We chilling on the steps. Niggas order pizza, and then out of nowhere, we don't know who the fuck it is. Just old nigga.
Talking the price and it goes up. Looking the ice and it froze up. Counting the Benji and housing the semi and look at the money that fold up.
She drop it, I pick it up. Dr. Miami, my fingers up. Lethal injection, I reach for the weapon. I'm sweeping your section, I lit her up.
Meeting for him with a loaded gun. Golden child, chosen one. Side pocket, that's a hole in one. Young Graham, shit, he noticed something.
Sleep with the weapon, my dream is a lesson. You niggas in need of direction. Scheme with that Wesson, Mac with the cheese, biscuit, shifting your breakfast.
Why pretend? Triangle to our boxing men. Trying to land on a lot of ends. In the belly on some Tommy shit. Yeah.
And I'm Lennox sliding with the chopper. Now she gliding with the doctor. Hella proper for my roster. Mixing vodka with the pasta.
No movie, but I got a clip.